Hello and welcome dear educators. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a quiz on Kahoot.com. Kahoot is a game-based learning platform which helps you to create engaging and interactive quizzes for your learners. So let's begin. On Kahoot, you can log in through different accounts like Google, Microsoft, Apple and Clever. So here I'm going to enter my login details. Okay, so you can see different tabs coming here. It is the Discover tabs which will help you to see Kahoots from different educators and partners. We will explore more about it later. So first I'll start with the creation of my quiz. Here you can see options to create a Kahoot or a course. A course contains multiple Kahoots which will help your learners to focus on a particular topic and learn everything about it. So I will start with the creation of a Kahoot. Here you can choose from different templates, but I will select the new Kahoot. Now, on the left hand side, you will see the questions that you add to your Kahoot. Here you can add description about your Kahoot. So let's do this first. Description should be very crisp, which will help others to find your Kahoots easily. Here you can save your Kahoot to particular folder. Let this be my folders only. And lobby video will be displayed when your students are joining your Kahoot. So you can choose from a YouTube video, copy the link and paste it here. Lobby music will be played during your Kahoot. You can choose any music from this list. Now in the visibility, you can see these three options. Private visibility mode will help only those people with whom you are sharing your Kahoot. Otherwise, it will be visible only to you. Public Kahoots can be accessed by other educators also. An unlisted Kahoot will be shared through a direct link. So the people who are having the link to your Kahoot will have access to your Kahoot. Language is by default English. You can choose language from the list coming here. I would go for English. And on the top, you can see adding a cover image for your Kahoot. So let's do this. So I select this image. Now this becomes my cover image and that's it. Okay, so the details are saved. You can see it is saved to my drafts. Once the Kahoot is complete, it will be saved to your folders or the folders that you select. On the right hand side, you can choose the themes for your Kahoot. So I click here, choose a theme for my Kahoot. Let's say I go with this. So this is going to be the theme for all the questions. You can choose different theme for different questions also. So once you have selected the theme, on the right side panel, you can see the question type is given. Here are 5 questions which will test the knowledge of your learners. So we are going to focus on these 5. There are others also to collect opinions or just to present the information to your learners. So the first question will be of type quiz. You can select the time limit from this option. Now points will be by default standard. You can also assign double points to some of the questions, or you can have questions with no points at all. So I'll go with standard, and this first option will help your students to select only one of the answers, whereas in multi-select the players will be able to click on more than one option. So I'll go with single select. Now this delete and duplicate are also available on the left hand side of the questions that you add. So here I type my question. Now this area lets you add an image, a GIF, a video or an audio to your question. So I click on this. You can see you can get images from Getty or Unsplash. You can have GIFs. You can have a video from Vimeo or YouTube and audio also. So I'll go with GIF first. So these are my 4 options. The first 2 options are mandatory, so you can leave the third and fourth option also. And by clicking on add more answers, you can have 2 more options to your Kahoot question. So I will remove this. Now from the 4 options, if you want to select any one answer, so click on this circle. Now the answer to your question will be hopping. Once it is done, you can add another question. Now you can also add a slide between your Kahoot questions. So I'll add one slide wherein I just present the information to let my learners know what is the difference between jumping and hopping. So I'll choose this bullet points style. So here I've added the slide so that after getting the answer for question number 1, my students can know what is the difference between jumping and hopping. Now here you can choose the background color for your slide. Let's change it and I give it this. If you want, you can change the slide layout also. I would rather go with this one. Next we add another kind of question, and this time I want, let's say, a true false. Now you can see in true false by default there are only 2 options given. I will go with stickers now and I select the correct option. If you want to just hide this image, you can see there is a grid of 3 by 3. So the image will be revealed slowly and your learners will be able to see the image in some time, and then they can click on the correct option. Next, I'm going to add a type answer. So you can see the different kind of questions that we can add to our Kahoot quiz. Now this is the first answer for the image that I've displayed here. You can also add another answer for your image. Now you might have noticed that students sometimes give answers in capital, sometimes in small. So I'm going to add all the possible answers for it. So that's it. You can change the points for your question. Okay, so the next type of question that I'm going to show is a puzzle question. But before that, I will add a slide. And I will go with, let's say, this one. I'm going to type the title. Add a video here. So this is the YouTube video that I have selected. I'm going to copy the link. Go to kahoot.com, click on YouTube, paste the link here. Now you will see the video in this window. Here you can set the starting and the ending time for your videos for the question that you are going to add. So I've set the timings. Let's say I want to start here and end it at this time and add. Okay, so here I'm going to add some instructions for my students. That's it. You can also play the video in order to check if it is starting at the correct timings or not. Yes, it is. So now I'm going to add my puzzle question. In the puzzle question, you can see there is an option to add media. I will leave it here because I want my students to see the video in a big window. So in this puzzle type of question, you can see all of them are answers. 3 are mandatory, so 4th one is optional. Now this has to be the correct order for your question. The order that you are going to enter here is the correct one, which will be randomized during the game. That means when your students are playing it. So here I'm going to add the question. Okay, so I have different points here. So here I add my first answer. Okay, so all my 4 options are here. That's it, and I'm going to let this be 1 minute time for my students. Let us give double points for this question, and that's it. So the last type of question that I'm going to add is the slider question. Now here your learners will be able to select or guess the number. Now I've written how many nouns were there in the story. So based on that, I will assign some minimum and maximum values here. I'm going to add my answer. So let's say I give 6. Now once I add the unit, you can see answer margin is also displayed here. Step value is given. you can modify this value. Let this be 10. That's it. Now you can see that my correct answer was 6, and there are two bars on the left and right side of this value which are also selected. So the answer margin is 5 to 7, and you can see that there are few points given to the students who will select either 5 or 7. So I'm done with my quiz. Here I'm going to show you a preview of the slider question, as this is a new feature in Kahoot. So you can see it lets my students select a particular value. So as I know my correct answer was 6, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I'll choose this. So here it becomes the correct answer. So now we are going to exit the preview and click on save, and my Kahoot is done. You can test this Kahoot, play with your students or share it with others. If you like the video, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel for latest updates. Till then, keep working with smile.